Tansi, hello, bonjour, good day, and welcome to another edition of Hoop Dance with yours truly, Dallas Arcand, broadcasting to you live from the Okanagan Nation territory. I'd like to acknowledge that I'm on the beautiful unceded territory of the Okanagan Nation, also known as the Syilx Nation. This is part of my daughter's home, so this is kind of my second home. So here I am doing some work here on the nation to share some knowledge with you. So now we are on hoop number 6. So that would be the 6th moon or the 6th month or the 6th chapter in my new book. And each chapter I'm sharing different hoop teachings, 1 all the way to 13. And then there's going to be some bonus material in there, of course. So we're going to get right to it. So this one, in my book, I talk a little bit about my childhood. I talk a little bit about my learned experiences and the importance of raising our children in a good way. And that's all we ever wanted as Indigenous people, as First Nations people. As you know, we've had a dark history with Canada and the residential schools. And I am an intergenerational survivor of residential schools. So anyways, that's a whole nother story. You can dive into the book and definitely check that out. So anyways, we're going to go into the 6 hoops. This is where it gets a little tricky. Now, my good friend Josiah Enrique, the current world champion for 2024, he uses 6 hoops. And him and I, we have a mutual respect for each other. And I love the kid because he's come a long way in his journey as a hoop dancer. And he was trained by the great Nakota Lawrence. So anyways, I just wanted to give him an honorable mention and a plug. And if you want, you can check out Josiah's dancing. I'm sure you can find him online on his Facebook or watch the World Championships. The Herd Museum had it broadcasted. So anyways, that's just another bonus for you. Okay, so here we go. 6 hoops. So what I'm going to teach you with 6 hoops is some really basic fundamentals. Well, this is more of an advanced technique that I'm going to be doing with 6 hoops. So I'm going to show you right off the bat this particular move. It came from Leroy Bull, who's also been a competitor in the past years at the World Championships. Him and his family, they're from Muscatcheese up in Alberta, within our territory, Treaty 6. So anyways, I met Leroy when I was a young boy. Not a young boy, a teenager. I think I was about 17 or so when I met him. And he actually lived in the same apartment as me. And then lo and behold, he's a hoop dancer and I'm a hoop dancer. And he was trained by Robert Bolton. I was like, I'm like starstruck. So anyways, Leroy, him and I were messing around with the hoops one day. And then he's like, well, hey, bro, I'll show you a quick trick. So he showed me something and I'm grateful for it because I took that move and I kind of figured out how to do my own style of that move just off of that one move that he showed me. So here's the move that I'm going to share with you that came from Leroy. So if Leroy, you're watching this, thank you in advance. So this is how I do it. How I was shown is Leroy actually got me to do the hoops like this, one over the other like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's only 5. No, that's 6. Okay, I miscounted. So anyways, there's 6 hoops here. If you count them, there's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 on each side. So this, he originally showed me with 8, but I'm going to show you my version of it, which is with 6. And so the difference is that what I do after this particular move is where I had to just be innovative and creative with it. So this is how it works. I always show my beginner students, and this is hard to even learn in person, so imagine trying to learn this virtually. So what I do here is this hoop and the inside hoop. So there's 3 hoops, 3 hoop layers. So there's 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this one comes out and this one I grab, right? So 1 and 3, so it's all your thumbs. Thumbs go in, reach for the next hoop right here. And then, so I'm grabbing 1 and 3. And this is the trick. So you gotta pop these 2 number 1 hoops out like that. And then you let your elbows, keep those tucked in. So these ones that you're holding on to, the number 3 hoops, you gotta pull them through like that, and then everything pops into place. So this is how you do that move. And this one represents for the whirlwind because it has so many crosses like that. And this is my version of that move that Leroy showed me once upon a time. So this is one of the moves that I do in my dance routine. This is, a lot of people see this move and they know that, you know, it's Dallas Arcand style. So there's the 6-hoop move. And then what I do with it is I'll spread it apart, spin around like a whirlwind does, right? In the move. And then the next move I do from here is I separate these two, spread them apart, and then all of a sudden I'm in a different pose, a whirlwind pose. And then what I can do from here is I can actually just become like a bear, make myself wide, and all of a sudden I'm in a bear pose. Like a bear, when a bear is walking, it's like, rah, big old grizzly bear, rah. And then last but not least, then I fold it all down and make this into sort of a peacock style. And this is another fan out of the peacock formation. And there's those initial 2 hoops, and now I got 3 hoops on each side. So if you look at it from the back, there it is. And there's the 6-hoop moves. Now, I'm going to show you another tip and trick of how to go into 6 hoops and how I would do it broken down from my routine. So from my routine that I do with 6 hoops, basically I'd be coming from 5. So here's number 6 here on the ground. And so for example, if I have the 5 hoops out, you know, like doing that 5-hoop eagle, like so. I have the 5-hoop eagle doing my dance. You know, I flip it over, do the flower, do the basket, do the sweat lodge pose, and then finish off with this. So this is the key ingredient that helps transition. This is one of my own signature transition moves. So what I do from here is I'll take this hoop out, and then during my hoop dance, oftentimes you'll see me go like this. You'll see me make this go around like this, and I'm looking up at it, and I'm almost like praying to it. And it's part of the hoop dance routine because, you know, I'm honoring that, I'm showcasing that, I'm you know, because a part of hoop dance is showmanship, and it's storytelling by using your body, your actions, your intentions, and everything just shines through your spirit, your heart, your movement, and everything like that. So there's a lot to it. So when I do this in the routine, I hold it up, make it go around like this, and around, and then down. You know, just like the sun, for example. The sun goes, you know, when we go around the sun, you know, it comes up a certain way. Or the moon, for example, the moon goes around the earth, and they're all kind of intersecting and in that circular motion. So I just thought I would share that, and part of what I do with it. I never used to always do that. Sometimes I would do other things with this formation. And the cool thing about it, so notice that I kept my hand on the same place where I took it off. So that's the key to this next trick, is I didn't do the Derek Davis thing and separate the hoops, which I showed you guys in the previous lesson. So what I'm doing here is I'm marking my spot, because this is the trick to the hoop dance, in which some people you may notice or may not notice if you ever watched me dance before. So the next thing is I'm going to hold this up, and right in here I have a little portal, and this portal, this is where I just do reverse. So while I'm doing this is part of the trick of hoop dancing. So my feet are going to go into this 6th hoop like this, pick it up like so, and then we're just going to reverse things. So we're going to throw this up, put it back in the way that it came in, and see, look, I'm right back at where I started from 5 hoops. But the only difference here is I'm going to take this out like this, extend, and I won't even really do the eagle pose. I'll do this, pick it up, and then we have another sort of sphere or moon or whatever you want to call it. I'm in a circle of hoops. So the only thing that's sticking out is my feet and my head. So I do that pose as well. So that's part of that pose with the hoop dancing. And then from here, this is where I go like this and pop these out. And then So you notice that I'm passing, I took 2 hoops in this side and I'm passing this one over. And all I gotta do is let my shoulder out, and then these hoops fall down into place, and then this hoop falls down into place, just like that. So it's just an easy way of doing it. And it took me years to figure that out. Some people, you know, every little second you can save within your hoop dance routine, it helps you to transition more smoothly, because you got to keep into consideration when you're hoop dancing, you're borrowing people's time to watch you hoop dance. So that's something I've had to be mindful of over the years, is that people are taking the time to watch me. They're giving me the time to perform. So I had to do my due diligence and put in the time so that these transitions can happen a lot more smoothly in the actual dance itself and how it works. And so it just works out that way in how I hoop dance. And that's the dedication that I've put into hoop dancing over the years, that I've had to consider that exact thing in how I conduct myself and perform. So now I'm going to show you the faster way of doing that 6 hoop move that I showed you in the beginning. So basically what I'm going to do here now, instead of just doing one by one, I'm going to do them all at once. So again, this is a time saver, right? So look at it, I just fan them out like that. So all 3 on each side. And all I do is I just lightly cross them over like that. Just enough for them to open up a little bit. So you can just hold them up like that, fan them out, and cross them together. And then boom, right there. And then 1 and 2 and 3. You're already ready for it right there. Boom. And then there's the move again. So fast and so quick. And so fast and so quick to transition, right? These transitions, it took me hours of practice to figure these things out, and I'm showing you guys as best as I can the quick way and how I put these together. These hoop formations, these different formations, they mean different things. And then you could also, if you fly fast enough, this looks like you're holding 2 worlds. If you're flying fast enough, when you do it fast enough, this is like 2 worlds. To the audience or to the people watching, they won't even know, right? That I kind of did 2 worlds, but I kind of didn't. I'm kind of just holding the hoops in that formation, and then I just give them a quick fix like that. So now I'm going to get into a slightly more advanced technique, and this one is where I'm going to throw 3 hoops to spin back to me, and then while I do that, I'm going to put these around my neck to hold in place while my hands are free to do the next move. So the next move, I'm going to do a combination. So the combination is where I'm gonna do the lower part, my legs. I'm gonna lock the hoops in both of my legs, and then I'm gonna do the upper part, which is just with 3 hoops, kind of like part of the 3 hoop fundamentals, but this is taking it to the next level and adding 6 hoops. So I'm gonna show you a little bit of movement with that and how I would incorporate 6 hoops moving forward. If that's all I ever had to dance with, this is how creative I would have to be with that particular routine. Okay, so here we go. So remember, the spinning trick is like this. You throw it, spin it, and then it comes back. So throw it, spin it, and it comes back. All right, so there we go. So now I'm going to do that with 3 hoops in my hand like this. Hold this right here, throw these 3 out, watch them come back. Timing is essential. Timing is everything. All right, so now what I've done is I've placed these hoops in this order, and the reason why is so I can lock them in. So again, I'm going to demonstrate for you guys just to break that down. So the key is to have 2 hoops in front of a center hoop. So these 2 hoops need to be in front of a center hoop in order for you to step in and drop them. So that's what I'm doing in fast motion when I break it down for you. So I throw the hoops out like this. I look for that center hoop. Boom, boom, boom. And it happens so fast while I'm dancing. Like I said, I have to be mindful of people's time. So how to get to the next move is what we're going to do here is we're going to tuck this one in and tuck this one in. And then the last part to complete this move is to take these off and go through this center hoop like so. And there we go. We have the next pose. So we can go directly to 3 hoops, like how I started the 3rd hoop lesson. You can do this, and you can do this formation. You can do this formation. And then you could also do this formation where you're cradling the hoop, throw it up, catch it. And I've done this in the 3rd hoop lesson. So there we go. Now we're into a full body full of hoops. Then we have a full formation from the legs to both limbs, and basically fanning it out throughout your entire body. And then again, just like I've shown you in 3 hoops, you can go down and here. And then now we have a different formation. It's almost like a star in a way, because the 2 hoops are meeting each other, and they're mirroring each other in a way, and it kind of intertwines that way, and it makes another design. I don't even know what to call this design. You can name it for me if you'd like, but I always leave it up to the audience. And then here, now we're doubling the exact pattern that's going on my legs. And I like to throw a little breakdance spin in this. So what I do is I throw my elbows and have my legs follow and twist. So it's twist, 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 and then you can do it the opposite way too. Twist, twist, twist. And then from here, what you can do from here is you go back to that 3 hoop trick I showed you, the old Sage Romero trick, the falling leaf. And then you could also put yourself under the leaf, and this puts another formation forth for you as well. So, and then from here, we make ourselves a globe, like I've shown you before. And then we have the globe here. And then we have this right here. I usually place it on the ground. Now, there's a trick to taking these hoops off. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you how to make a move out of it. So I'm gonna make that 2 hoop pull together move, where the 2 hoops kind of come together, and they make a long stretch of hoop. You'll see. It's where you make that wolf skin that you hang over your back, and you camouflage yourself, or you can make the bow and arrow. So since I have 3 hoops, I'm gonna be making the bow and arrow. And this right here is the spirit. This is the spirit, this globe, this orb. It represents for the spirit of the things that we hunt. Okay, so now, show you real quick. Pop that out. Now, the trick is here, take this hoop out, and now I have 2 hoops in the leg like this, interlocked. Then I just place this one over my shoulder, and then do this. And it's a couple little configurations. And there we go. We have that formation, which I just explained to you, where you can put the animal skin over and you're hunting. You're doing the sneak up like a traditional dancer. And you're doing that sneak up, and you're tracking your prey. You're looking for your prey. And then you find that path, and then you're patient. You wait, and then you get yourself ready with your bow and arrow. And you get your bow and arrow ready, and you're about to take the shot. Right? You see your prey, you respectfully take that shot, boom! You got it down, and now you honor your prey by saying thank you to the Great Spirit. Thank you to Mother Earth for giving us all these gifts. And you be gentle and you be nice, and you say that prayer and you give thanks. And I always finish off with this circle piece. So if I'm doing just 6 hoops, I'll dance with this. At times I'll incorporate this into my 13 hoop routine, which really works out great because I do these patterns throughout the routine. And that's basically 6 hoops for you. It gives you kind of a breakdown of how I piece things together. I don't really have exact names for every single thing, because it's the hoop dance, right? It's an expression. It's geometrical patterns that make up things in nature that we reflect upon, you know, like everything from the trees to the insects to the plants to the animals to the things we don't know and to the things we do know, that are all part of the circle. So there you go. There's your lesson number 6 with 6 hoops, and I hope you guys enjoy this. So thank you guys so much. That's it for now. All right. Peace out.